Get out of my room!
Once upon a time, I spied on you, Bud Light line in my hand.
That sort of bending over dancing is hard because it's not hard to go down, but try to come back up because my top is so heavy.
Red iris is brown and your eyes wide. You apologize to me when I see you do a line.
Okay.
Kitty Pryde from Kitty Pryde. If you say the internet.
Kitty Pryde from the internet.
Just say Daytona.
Oh, don't say that. That's even worse. How do I feel about? I think I have an ulcer.
So, what do you think are the challenges that have faced you, starting as long ago as you did, that might be different from what you, Kitty, have faced in doing music now? How's the music industry different? Why do you think? What are the benefits and the non-benefits to that?
Like, how is it different building yourself from, like, say, the internet and social media, personal branding, etc., as from, like, Scribble Jam and meeting people and touring and etc.?
You've answered all the questions. That's exactly how it's different. We taste this one time. But no, there's more to it. Kitty?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been around. I mean, I've been around it a lot lately, but everybody that I'm, like, involved with, I don't know. I guess it's different. The people that I'm working with right now have all kind of come up the same way I have. So, like, you know, like Das Racist and stuff, I'm, like, pretty close with them and working with them and everything. And that was the same exact thing. So, like, I don't really know. And then there's people like Danny Brown, who's, you know, he's in his 30s. He's been rapping for longer than I've been alive, like, actually. So it's, like, really weird to see. And he'll tell me about things like that he had to do that I've never would have had to do. I don't know.
How do you feel, like, do you feel like it's something that's going to affect you in the future? Like, building yourself that way versus building yourself through meeting people physically and
Touring
making connections
Well,
physically?
I mean, I think that in the future, I mean, like, you can't just go back and see you can't go back and see every single thing, you know, that every show I've ever done is on YouTube. You can't go back to every single one of Yoni's shows and see them, you know? Like, my shows...
I'm glad.
Oh, well, yeah, it fucking sucks, man. Every single time I mess up anything, it's there forever, and it's going to be there for the rest of forever, so, you know, I have to really...
The more that's out there, the less it all means, in a way, though.
That's
every band
true.
has every show on the internet, and it doesn't matter as much.
And you guys were, like, before the era of the internet. Like, when you started music and stuff, like, you toured and, like, met these people before the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of...
The internet existed, but
it was picking... We're not that old, but
It was
just starting to pick up.
I'm not that old.
Around when we started touring, it was getting more and more important. It's definitely bigger now than it was 10 years ago.
people definitely have a short attention span these days.
Yeah.
You know, they said that about our generation too, though. You know, it's true. I think it's just probably getting shorter and shorter. You know.
I think that it also depends how you come up within music. A lot of it is about the generations, but it's also just about, like, you know, you really got your start from the internet.
People put so much value on what a blog is saying, and so people act like when they talk to me, like, your career, the longevity of your career is actually really, you know, you're in treacherous ground, because if the blog's not posting about you, then you're not successful. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. So I don't know. I think I get mad about that. Maybe I'm just being a jerk.
No.
I don't know. I just am like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's dumb to base somebody's success off what blogs are posting about, and like that's how everybody measures it now. A lot of the songs, like the songs that I make now, are really different from the ones that I used to make a long time ago, and a relatively long time ago for me, I guess. But there's like people that liked those, and they like the ones that I make now. Just say things like that. So hopefully,
I think, you know, we have kind of the opposite challenges to Kitty. I feel like, you know, for her, I think, just from your questions and everything, you know, it's kind of like she doesn't have the people are wondering, is she going to have one?
Yeah, everyone just
well, it's kind of like,
to fail.
you know, is she going to keep doing it? Well, it's always just saying quick to come, quick to go. You know, if you build up slowly, you get your roots, and then you have longevity, you know, which is kind of what we've done. So, you know, she has to break that challenge by, if she's really in this and she has to keep doing it, and she wants to keep doing it, then eventually people will see she's in it for the long run. And for us, the challenge is to stay fresh. You know, we've been doing this a while now, and it can get a little stale, and it's like, well, they're just going to do the same thing. It's their next album going to sound the same. So, you know, we have to kind of redefine and think about, okay, well,
and especially right now,
where are we at?
You know, like, I think right now it's like, you know, more of the world of where Kitty's at. I think she has a fresh chance to, like, you know, she finishes the album, it's like, okay, here's new artist, boom, and like that's like a big, like 2012, nobody wants to hear somebody's 5th album. That's the thing, like, you know, and that's like, that is a challenge that we face.
I think that's a great album.
Obviously, we have our people. I'm saying we have our listeners. We have our listeners.
People still want to hear it. It's just a different challenge. It's different.
I need to show people that the randomness of my, like, you know, exposure. Yeah. I want people to know that I can grow as a artist just as fast. So, like, that's why it's really hard.
That's a challenge, yeah, because that's the thing is like, and I the first time I met Kitty on the internet, we talked like on the internet for a while, one day, and then we talked on the phone, and I talked to you for like an hour. I think I just preached at her for like an hour about the industry and you know, just all this shit, and you know, I apologize for that.
I thought it was cute.
But yeah, that is the truth. Is that for you? Is that your challenge, and it's very hard because you have people like watching your every move, and like that's hard. For me, at least, I can't really write and be in that zone of sunken in, you know, zone unless I'm like anonymous in some place where no one knows who I am, you know. And if you do that, then people, oh, she fell off, and we haven't seen her for fucking 3
It's only
days.
been a couple months, and I'm already people say that.
Yeah. But like in reality, I go away for 3 years between records. You know what I'm saying? And like, but I have a different kind of profile. It's not hot like yours. It's like you have people constantly talking about you, and you're constantly talking about, you know, just a different thing. Yeah.
Does the pressure of sort of being this is like a millennial word, but like a personal brand, like make you feel like you need to produce constant content?
I mean, it's not that I feel like I need to produce content. It's that I want. Now it's harder because I used to be able to just post it on my blog whenever I wanted to, and now I can't because it's like there is that like whole pressure. I mean, there's people telling me like, you know, listen, you put a song on there and it's not that good, everyone's gonna be looking at it. You know, it's gonna be. I mean, if I put a 30-second clip of a remix to one of my songs, and it's like on all these blogs, and like people say, I don't know, everything I do is like just constantly scrutinized. So like I have to make sure that if I want to keep my career up, which I now have a really good opportunity going for me right now. So it's like it started out as a joke, but I mean, now it's fun. So I get to do what I want, and I don't want to fuck it up. So it's like not constant content, but it's like I have to make sure that everything is like quality now. So that's why it's been, you know, which is actually a really short amount of time to put out like a whole project, but no one understands. I don't know.
Right.
2 months ago, you put out something. What the hell's going on, Kitty? So it takes time, but like I have to be quick. So that's special.
Why do you feel that either hip hop was a proper avenue to like pursue like this like slightly comedic route, or that like comedy was the proper thing to insert into hip hop? Or what do you think that you can say through that you can't say through more typically like serious writing?
For me, it started just being funny, and then I realized that I could make it rhyme. I like to write something that makes me crack up and feel and that makes me want to laugh and cry at the same time. This is what I like. When I write something like that, I just feel good. That is like the spirit of our generation in a way. It's like this sarcasm and irony and we don't want to feel something and be sincere about it because it's too delicate, it's too icky. But like if you throw some humor in there, it's like a force field against scrutiny. You know what I mean? So like I'm laughing at myself always. So like if somebody else wants to laugh at me or tell me that I'm stupid or I'm silly, like I'm like, yeah, I know. Self-deprecating. I mean, that's Kitty and I are both very self-deprecating, but in a humorous way.
You don't want people to actually, I don't know. I don't want people to actually be like, God, Kitty just really needs some therapy because she hates herself. Like that would just be weird. So if I'm like joke about it,
right,
then
right.
it's like.
Like
We're not that worried. She still has a smile on her face. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we
right?
will. We are going to. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. After this touring, I get back in December, and then it's on.
I'm going on tour.
When?
I can't tell you right now.
All right, wait, tell me.
I turned it off. Don't worry
He's
about it.
lying. We just started. We just scratched the surface.
I said to high school counselors haunts me, and I am not